दिवाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं परमानन्दमाधवम्. Okay, so yesterday, that is last class, we discussed about Keshav Kashmiri. He had come and he composed verses, 100 verses on the spot about Mother Ganges. 100 श्लोक ऐसे ही बोल दिए उन्होंने. And then Nimai Pandit, he said, all right, so in one of your 100th verse, this verse number, you mentioned this. Can you please give meaning of this? So he gave meaning and he was shocked. How do you remember the shloka? I just made it in flow. He said, just like you can compose verses, I am Shruti Dhara. I can remember verses. Then he said that now you tell me the dosha and alankar, the faults and poetic alliteration. He said poetic alliterations are so many, but no fault. The faults, then he will, how many faults did he find out? 5 faults. So we saw that avimnishta videyamsha two times, then viruddhamati punaratta bhagna krama. Yes. So like that 5 faults he found out, and now he's going to give the 5 alankars, the 5 types of poetic alliterations, or we can say poetic ornaments. That is something he's going to give. Okay. So normally when we give feedback, we are taught that we should give positive, thoda negative, and then again positive. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to teach this fellow good lesson because he was too proud. So how did he start with? Negative. First to dosh. उसके बाद positive देखेंगे. So we started with the doshas, right? So I request all the wonderful devotees to please turn on the videos if possible. We'll continue our discussion. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. So we are continuing from the 16th chapter, shloka number 72. 1672. All of you are requested to kindly take it in your devices. Those are here. Ready? Pancha alankarera eva shunah vichar. Dui shabda alankara tina artha alankar. So there are 5 types of ornaments, poetic ornaments, and there are 2 categories. One is Shabda Alankar, second is Artha Alankar. Shabda Alankar means ornament of sound, and Artha Alankar means ornament of meaning. So there are 2 Shabda Alankars and 3 Artha Alankars. 2 plus 3? Okay, next. Shabda Alankar tina pade ache anupras. Shri Lakshmi Shabde Punarukta Vadabhas. Okay. So he said Shabda Alankar, that means the sound, the alliteration. Tina Pade, it is coming in 3 lines. Yeah, 3 lines it is coming. This Acha Anupras. How? The first line repeats the letter Ta 5 times. Third line repeats the letter Ra 5 times. And the fourth line repeats the letter Bha 4 times. How is it? Mahatvam Gangaya Satatam Idam Abhati Nitaram. Correct? कितनी बार रिपीट हुआ? 5 बार. त त त त. Yes. Bhavani Bhartur Ya Sirasa Vibhavati Adbhuta Guna. 5 times Bha is getting repeated. 4th line. You can see the shloka. Then in the 3rd line, Dvitiya Shri Lakshmir Ivasura Narair Archa Charana. So Ra is getting repeated 5 times. It is not easy to compose poetry like this. है ना? Letter repeat करना एक एक line में. So he's repeating the letters. This is Alankar. Got it? Now he's glorifying that Sri Lakshmi. Last time what did he say? Dvitiya Lakshmi means what? No, the Lakshmi's power is lost. The moment, for example, how many leaders should be there in a project? The leader, one. Imagine you have instead of one leader, two leaders. What will happen? Clash. And also that leader loses importance, correct? That's what happens. So similarly, if there is second Lakshmi, what he has put? Dvitiya Shri Lakshmir Iva Sura Narair Archa Charana. Then Lakshmi's weight is lost. Correct? लक्ष्मी का कीमत जो इज्जत है वो खत्म हो गया. That's what happens. So he's telling here Shri Lakshmi Shabde Punaruktvat Abhas. There is Punar Uktva Abhas is called as repetition. Although the words Shri and Lakshmi convey the same meaning. Yes, Shri means what? Lakshmi. And Lakshmi means Lakshmi. So Shri और Lakshmi एक ही है. तो ये क्या है एक तरीके से? Repetition. लेकिन they are almost redundant and nevertheless not redundant. So this describes that Lakshmi possesses Sri, opulence. So this is also one type of Alankar. Got in the ornament. Now we say Keshav Madhav Prabhu. Now Keshav is only Madhav and Madhav is only Keshav. But we can say that husband of fortune who has very beautiful hair. So you see this is what? This is a repetition. See Alankar means what? Repetition. So Shri Lakshmi. Repeat करके इसका मीनिंग और बढ़ा रहे हैं. So Sri Lakshmi is a very good repetition. Lakshmi is Lakshmi. Shri means very opulent Lakshmi. So that is increasing the weight of Lakshmi. Very good. So Punaruktvat Abhas. It looks like repetition, it is not. Okay. So ये क्या है? शब्द अलंकार. कितने प्रकार के? 2. ठीक है. Next. I told you this, so he's just going to say this. Pratama charane pancha takarera panti. Tritiya charan haya pancha refastiti. Okay. So in the first line there are how many? 5 ta coming. Check कर लो श्लोका. आ रहा है? Ta 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 ta. First 5 tas are coming. 5 बार ta आ रहा है. तृतीय चरण हया पंच रेफ स्थिति. There are 5 ras coming in the third line. वो भी आ रहा है. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's coming. Check. Ra 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 ra. 5 बार ra. Similarly, in the fourth line, चतुर्थ चरणे चारी भकर प्रकाश अतएव शब्दालंकार अनुप्रास. So in the fourth line, it is not 5 times, it is 4 times bha is coming. Bhavani bhartur ya sirasi vibhavati adbhuta guna. 4 times. So this is poetry. Got it? Okay. Bha aa raha hai 4 baar. So this is what he is explaining the alankar. Shri Shabde Lakshmi Shabde Eka Vastu Ukta Punar Ukta Praya Bhase Nahi Punar Ukta. I purposely explained this before only so that we can go quickly. Punar, it's a Punar Ukta Praya Bhas. It is like repetition, it is not repetition. Why? Shri Yukta Lakshmi Arte Arte Ravi Bhed Punar Ukta Vada Bhasa Shabda Lankara Bhed. So Shri Lakshmi means Shri Yukta Lakshmi. Yukta means possessing. So this Lakshmi possesses so many opulences. That's what it means. So nothing wrong. लक्ष्मीरिव अर्थालंकार उपमा प्रकाश आर अर्थालंकार आछे नाम विरोधाभास. So first what he is describing, that there is upama alankar. Lakshmir iva. Iva means what? Like. ये पढ़ा कितने लोगों ने उपमा अलंकार पढ़ा है? In school and all you would have studied ना? उपमा अलंकार. Yes. तुम्हारा चेहरा चांद की जैसा है. तो चांद के जैसा is what? उपमा अलंकार. So Lakshmir iva is like Lakshmi is what? उपमा अलंकार. Number one. Number two, देखिए आगे. तो आर अर्थालंकार आचे नाम विरोधाभास. There is a अर्थ अलंकार also, which is विरोधाभास अलंकार. वो क्या है हम देखेंगे. उपमा अलंकार, विरोधाभास अलंकार, अर्थ अलंकार. ओके नेक्स्ट. गंगा ते कमल जन्मे सबार सुबोध कमले गंगार जन्म अत्यंत विरोध. सी गंगा ते कमल जन्मे. From Ganga what comes? There are lot of lotus flowers that take. This is Sabara Subodh. Everyone can understand. Kamale Gangara Janma. How can you say that Ganga took birth from lotus? This is Atyanta Virod. But please understand this beauty, because from which Kamal does Ganga take birth? Charan Kamal of Lord Krishna. So this is very nice, na? Usually the lotuses come from Ganga. Lotuses appear in Ganga. But have you ever seen Ganga coming from lotus? Ulta. बहुत बढ़िया है. This is very nice alankar. Got it? This is Artha alankar. It appears contradictory, but there is no contradiction. Very nicely you put. इहा विष्णु पाद पद्मे गंगार उत्पत्ति विरोधा अलंकार इहा महाचमत्कृति. Same thing. She is coming from the lotus feet of Vishnu. This is Virodha Alankar. Very nice. Mahan. This is a great wonder. Amazingly you have composed. ईश्वर अचिंत्य शक्ति गंगार प्रकाश इहाते विरोध नाही विरोध आभास. See, this is appearing from the great Achintya Shakti of Krishna, that he is able to manifest Ganga from his lotus feet. Yes, ihate virodha nahi. There is nothing virod here. It appears. Okay, let's see what Prabhupada is trying to say. The whole Vaishnava philosophy is resting on Krishna's Achintya Shakti. Can you give some examples of Krishna's Achintya Shakti? Okay, all the planetary systems, they are all in track. Krishna has lifted and placed everything in its proper places. Very good. Achintya Shakti. Gravity. Anyone else? That is okay. Achintya Shakti means it's wonderfully happening. I'll give you some examples. Prabhupada said this. Prabhupada described 6 types of Achintya Shakti in one conversation with Dr. Singh. The first one is, although the tree, if you eat the leaf of the tree or the branch of the tree or the root of the tree or the soil, does it have any taste? How many of you eat soil? Matti khate hain? You're not Krishna to do that. Can you eat roots of a tree? Branch of a tree? Yeah? That trunk of a tree? Leaves of a tree? What you will eat? Fruit. So, but finally, in sabka product, finally a fruit. So, tree takes minerals from the soil and makes fruits. As such, soil and tree doesn't have anything, any property, but the fruit has very nice properties. What is this? Achintya Shakti. Number one. Number two, fishes in water. The fish is able to swim in water very nicely. How much time we can be in water? How many of you have tried this? Close your nose and go inside. How many seconds? 1 minute, huh? Jawahar Pro is champion. You can be inside for 1 minute. Wow. wow, 60 seconds. I can be there more, probably 10-15 seconds. That's all. But fish can remain in water forever. That is fish's Achintya Shakti. Anyone can fly. कोई उड़ना आता है किसी को. But the birds can fly. That is bird's Achintya Shakti. So every creature has an Achintya Shakti. Then if you see, there is cows. They eat green grass and give white milk. What is this? Even a woman. A woman is able to convert her blood into milk to feed the baby. Achintya Shakti. A man is able to convert his blood into semen through sexual energy. Achintya Shakti. So this Prabhupada explains in one of the lectures. These are all Achintya Shaktis. And the source of all these Achintya Shakti is Krishna. He is Yogeshwara. He has much more than all of this. अरे ये भी है और इससे भी ज्यादा है. What are rains? Rains is semen of Krishna. Yes. So this is Achintya Shakti. We are getting rains. That is why rainwater can never be used for Krishna's seva. Rainwater has to settle down at least for a few days. So the rajas is gone and then we use that in Krishna seva in case we have to. But direct rainwater we don't use. But rainwater which touches the ground and seeps inside, that becomes pure. Correct? So like this many. That is Achintya Shakti of Lord. The Ashtasiddhis. Anima, Lagima, Mahima, Prapti, Ishita, Vashita, Prakamya. So these Shaktis are also what? Achintya Shaktis of Lord. Correct? Yeah. So Prabhupada mentions all of that in his purport. 82. I'm just wondering what is the meter of this shloka. We'll decide. Ambujam ambuni jatam क्वचित् अपि न जातम् अम्बुजानम्बो मुरविधि तद्विपरीतं वदा पादा अम्बोजान् महानदी जाता. So this is nothing but same statement. Ambujam, Ambuni Jatam. Ambujam is lotus. And Ambuni Jatam means it comes from water. Kvachidapi, but at any time, न जातम अंबुजा दम्बु. लोटस से कभी पानी नहीं निकलता. Got it? Correct. But Murabidhi. Murabidhi is what? Killer of Mura demon. Tad viparitam. He reverses the laws. Why? Pada Ambujan Mahanadi Jata. From his lotus feet. Lotus, Pada. Ambujam. Which Ambuja? Pada Ambuja. Mahanadi Jata. Jata means to take birth. So Mahanadi named Ganges takes birth from Murabidhi's Adviparitam. So he's reversed the law. Okay? So Krishna is the person who can resolve all contradictions. He can reverse. Can you give some examples where Krishna reversed the law? He brought back the sun after sunset. Where? Killing of Jayadratha. He reversed the law. Anything else? Yeah, he went to Vaikunta and came back. Yad gatva na nivartante ne nivartante. Okay, very good. Anyone else? He went to Yamlok. He brought back the dead son of his guru, reversing the law. Very good. Yes? No, no, you have to reverse the law. Okay, Parikshit Maharaj's body was actually destroyed. He again arranged it and brought it back to life, reversing the law. So this Krishna can do, right? So you can definitely reverse this law. There is no water that comes out from lotus. Lotus comes from water. Krishna can reverse it. That's the power of Krishna. Achintya Shakti. Okay. Gangara Mahatva Sadhya Sadhana Tahar Vishnupadotpatti Anumana Alankar. Yes. So Gangara Mahatva, the importance or the greatness of Ganga, the opulence of Ganga is, yes, Vishnu Pada Utpatti. She is actually taken birth from Vishnu. Yes. So the subject matter is, what is the subject matter? Subject क्या है? The subject actually is the glory of Ganga. That is what is the subject. And sadhana tahar, the Goal is something that she attains. The goal is ultimately Vishnu. He is the goal. So sadhya sadhana tahar, the means and the ultimate end is ultimately you have mixed both of them very nicely. आपने जो है सब्जेक्ट मैटर को और गोल को बहुत अच्छे से कनेक्ट किया है. So that is अनुमान अलंकार. Nice hypothesis. Even he was not knowing all this. That what I have done. इतना बढ़िया analysis पता नहीं. Sometimes it happens, na? I don't know how many of you have experience, but we preachers have experience. We go and speak a lecture. We don't know what you have spoken. After that, we go to some senior devotee and ask, Prabhuji, we spoke something. What happened? And she said, oh, these points were very wonderful. And then we asked, did I speak these points? Oh, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. I couldn't analyze so deeply. Because when you're in the mood of speaking, you don't analyze much. If you analyze too much, you become paralyzed. It's called paralysis by analysis. So we can't analyze so much. But the other person can analyze very nicely. So that is why every speaker goes after the class and asks, Prabhu, how was my class? It's very important to ask because the others can analyze much better than you can. Barabar? A person himself cannot say, oh, I gave very nice class. Thank you so much. Nice class, na? ऐसा मत पूछो. You should ask the other person how was the class. So here you see that Nimai Pandit has done amazing analysis and this fellow is dumbfounded. अरे इतना सब सोच लिया उन्होंने. So Anuman here is the real glory of Mother Ganges. Gangara Mahatva. She has grown from Vishnu Padotpatti. This is a nice hypothesis. Anuman Alankar. Yes, very nice. And this is also one uh, Alankar. Next. स्थूल ए पंचदोष पंच अलंकार सूक्ष्म विचार्य यदि आचे अपार. अब इतना एनालिसिस देने के बाद he says अरे just like that I just made up this 5 doshas and 5 alankars. If you analyze in detail सूक्ष्म रूप से मतलब बहुत scrutinizingly करके analyze किया तो how many faults and how many alankars will be there? Unlimited. So many will be there. बाप रे. प्रतिभा कवित्व तुम्हार देवता प्रसादे अविचार काव्य अवश्य पड़े दोष बाधे. So he's telling, "Arey, amazing man. See, you have achieved by the grace of your worshipable demigoddess. Saraswati ke grace se, you have achieved. Kavitva, Tomar Devata Prasade." He is reminding him that all this you have achieved by the mercy of the demigoddess. Pratibha, what an amazing abilities you got. But, फिर भी, अविचार काव्ये अवश्य पड़े दोष बाधे. That poetry which you don't review properly, yes, it will have fault. इसीलिए after writer writes some work, what he will do? Editor. He'll give to editor, please review this. Because without reviewing, there will be definitely faults. That's what he's trying to explain. Surely there will be faults. You can compose something, but you don't review it, there are going to be faults. It's very obvious. विचारी कवित्व कैले हय सुनिर्मल सालंकार हैले अर्थ करे झलमल. So Vichari, if you give proper consideration, Vichari, Kavitva Kaile, Haya Sunirmal, it will become pure. The more review is done, your Kavitva will become purer and purer. With what? So Alankara, Artha, Kare, Jhalmal. It will be with beautiful analogies and beautiful metaphors and beautiful similes, all these things, it will be dazzling. Jhalmal ho jayega. It will be dazzling with that. Now, let us see what happens to our Digvijay Pandit, Kashmiri Pandit, Keshav Kashmiri. शून्य प्रभुर व्याख्या दिग्विजयी विस्मित मुखेन निःसरे वाक्य प्रतिभा स्तंभित. See, the fellow who could speak words, ukti, वो चुप हो गया, चुप करा दिया उसको. शून्य प्रभुर व्याख्या, he saw the analysis and explanation of the one line. Digvijay Vismita. He was wonderstruck. This champion, Digvijay. Prabhupada translates Digvijay as champion. He has defeated all directions. मुखे ना निसरे वाक्य, मुंह से कुछ वाक्य नहीं निकल रहा था. Pratibha Vismita. He was just choked up, stumbit. His whole pratibha, his expertise, his abilities was completely choked. कुछ बोल नहीं पाया, कुछ कह नहीं पाया. कहिते चाहिए किछु न ऐसे उत्तर, तबे विचार्य मने हैया फांफर. Yes. He wanted to say something. कहिए चाहिए किछु, कुछ बोलना चाहता था. He wanted to say something, but ना ऐसे उत्तर, उत्तर नहीं निकल रहा था. The reply was not coming out from his mouth. तबे विचार्य मने हैया फांफर. He became completely bewildered. Pamphara. He became bewildered, and tabe vichari mani. He started to think in his mind. What he started to think? Hey, see this. He's analyzing. He's thinking. पढ़ुया बालक कैला मोरा बुद्धि लोप, जानी सरस्वती मोरे करियाछे न कोप. अरे this fellow, this small student, this small boy, kaila mora buddhi lop. This fellow, because of this fellow, he is, finished my intelligence. Jani, I understand. Saraswati more kariya chena kop. Saraswati Devi is angry with me. She is angry with me. Prabhupada writes in the purport that Krishna says, Buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejas tejas vinamaham. So ultimately all buddhi comes from Krishna. All intelligence, learning, everything comes from him. Even Mother Saraswati, right? Mother Saraswati, Prabhupada writes, has been giving him grace till now so that he can meet Nimai Pandit. And Mother Saraswati only made him defeated. Why? So that he can surrender to Nimai Pandit. और कोई reason नहीं था. ये सब सरस्वती की लीला थी. She made him lose so that he will surrender to Nimai Pandit. Had he won, he will not surrender. No? He will become more proud. Correct? Next. ये व्याख्या करीला से मनुष्य नाही शक्ति, निमाई मुखे रही बले अपने सरस्वती. See, such analysis is not possible by an ordinary human being. Nahi manushya nahi shakti. So nimai mukhe rahi bale apana Saraswati. Actually, Saraswati herself has spoken through the mouth of Nimai. He doesn't know that Saraswati is a maid servant of Nimai. Next. एत भावी कहे सुन निमाई पंडित, तव व्याख्या सुनी आम्ही हायला विस्मिता. So thinking like this, that he is empowered by Saraswati in this particular mood. Shuna Nimai Pandit, listen, Nimai Pandit. Tava Vyakhya Suni, hearing your wonderful explanations, Ami Haila Vismita, I am struck with wonder. So here he is first time appreciating someone in his life. Usually he has beaten down people, destroyed them, but here he is appreciating. Next. अलंकार नाही पड नाही शास्त्राभ्यास, के मन ए सब अर्थ कैला प्रकाश. See, I would like to tell that I am surprised. I am wonderstruck. Why am I wonderstruck? See, you have not studied literature. You are teacher of grammar and logic. अलंकार नहीं पढ़ा. You never studied this poetry, अलंकार. ये इसका शास्त्र अभ्यास तुमने किया नहीं है. Then केमने ये सब अर्थ कैला प्रकाश. How you could explain all this wonderful points? Such detailed analysis, such deep analysis. How could you do? How could you do? Yes. How was it possible? Yeah. Now you see here what will happen. यहाँ सुनी महाप्रभु अति बड़ रंगी, तहर हृदय जानी कहे करी भांगी. Okay. So here, Nimai Pandit understood. Iti shuni, iha shuni, Mahaprabhu ati bada rangi. He became very funny. Yes, rangi means funny. So in a humorous manner, he is going to reply to Keshav Kashmiri. शास्त्रेर विचार भाल मंद नाही जानी सरस्वती ये बलाय से बलिवाणी. He is Paramatma in everyone's heart. He understood his heart. तो सोच रहा है कि मैं सरस्वती बुलाई, मैं भी वही आंसर दूंगा. तो शास्त्र विचार भालमंद नहीं जानी. I don't know what is right. I don't know what is wrong. सरस्वती ये बलाय से बलिवाणी. Whatever Saraswati spoke, my Vani spoke the same thing. हाँ, उसको और लग गया. इहा शुनि दिग्विजयी करिला निश्चय शिशुद्वारे देवी मोरे कैला पराजय. Listening to this, Digvijay got more confidence. Yes, Saraswati Devi ने ही मुझे पराजय दी है. She defeated me through the small boy. Shishu द्वारे. Shishu means what usually? Small boy. He's a small boy. आजी तारे निवेदिबे करी जप ध्यान शिशु द्वारे कैला मोरे एत अपमान. Today only I'll go and pray to Saraswati. I'll do jap and dhyan of Saraswati Devi. मैं जप करूंगा, ध्यान करूंगा, फास्टिंग करूंगा. शिशु द्वारे कैला मोरा एत अपमान. You insulted me by defeating me through this small boy. Insult. अपमान कर दिया मेरा. क्यों? क्यों माते हैं? क्यों? Why? वस्तुतः सरस्वती अशुद्ध श्लोक करेला विचार समय तारा बुद्धि अच्छा दिला. Two things Saraswati Mata did to me. First of all, she made me do some imperfect composition. That poetry that I made, it was imperfect. Who did? Saraswati. And second, when he gave review, मैं review किया तो मुझे reply भी नहीं कर पाया. I'm wanting to say something. Reply is not coming out. She blocked my intelligence there. Why she did like this? Next. Now what will happen, you see? All the students of Mahaprabhu are going to do something. तबे शिष्य गण सब हसीते लागिला तासबा निषेधी प्रभु कबीर कहिला. Insult will be much more when people laugh also. So Tabe Shishyagan, all the students of Nimai, they started ha 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 laughing at whom? They started laughing at Keshav Kashmiri. Ha 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 ha. Dekh har gaya, har gaya. Hey, ooh. People do that, no? You lost world champion, guy का world champion हार गया, हमारे teacher से हार गया. That time immediately तासबा निषेध. Stop, don't do like this. And Prabhu Kavire Kahila. Now Nimai is going to speak something to the Kavi. Let's see what he's going to speak. तुम्ही बड़ा पंडित महाकवि शिरोमणि यार मुखे बाहिराय ऐछे काव्यवाणी. Yes. तुम्ही बड़ा पंडित, you are actually very learned scholar. Mahakavi, you are not a simple poet, you are a great poet. And you are the best poet. Shiromani, you are actually the best poet. Yaramuke Bahirachya Aiche Kavyavani. Otherwise, how can you speak such nice words? Such nice poetry, how can it come out? Next. तुम्हारा कवित्व ये न गंगा जलधर तुम्हारा समा कवि को था नहीं देखियारा. Your poetry came out like गंगा की जलधारा. वैसे गंगा की जलधारा बहती है. The flow of Ganges, like that your kavita came out. He's encouraging him. तुम्हारा समा कवि को था नहीं देखियारा. I've never seen a poet like you. You're great. भवभूति जय देव आर कलिदास तासवार कवित्व्याचे दोषेर प्रकाश. See, There are faults even in the poetry of Bhavabhuti, Jayadev, Kalidas. These are all great poets of those times, previous times. The seniors, the predecessors. इनके poetry में भी बहुत faults. There are faults. Nobody is perfect. दोष गुण विचार एई अल्प करिमानी कवित्व करणे शक्ति ताह सेवा खानी. So therefore, he's telling him such mistakes are negligible. Whatever I told you mistakes, don't take it to heart. ये होता रहता है. Got it? ये होता रहता है. But see how you displayed poetic power. उसको तुम ध्यान दो ज्यादा. Right? So he's very nicely counseling him. See, Prabhupada, he writes in the every Bhagavatam introduction. What does Prabhupada write? Tadvag visargo janataga viplavo yasmin pratislokamavadyavatyapi namanyanantasya yashonkitani yat shrinvanti gayanti grananti sadhava. He says that when the spiritual sound vibration is vibrated, there may be so many faults. Yes, but a devotee takes the essence and accepts it even with faults. Why? Because that's going to give him Krishna. So similarly, I am speaking my lecture. My lecture has so many faults, but still, the substance is very clear. We are here to be Krishna conscious. We want to be Gauranga Mahaprabhu conscious over here. That is the purpose. Nothing else. And we are able to be Gauranga conscious. So ultimately, we get the remembrance of Krishna. Smartavyam satatam Vishnu. Vismartavyam natu jatu sat. Sarva vidhi nishedatu yateyori vakinkara. These two, always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Agar ye ho raha hai, to everything is perfect. No problem. So that's what Prabhupada writes. So Prabhupada also said that my work may have so many faults. So many faults. But ultimately the purpose is clear. And the goal is you will achieve Krishna by reading Prabhupada books. So what kind of faults? Some grammatical errors may be there. Like Prabhupada writes in one place. It's not a fault, it's beauty. Intelligence is the next door neighbor of the soul. Is it correct statement? Neighbor means next door only, na? बराबर की नहीं? But Prabhupada is writing next door neighbor of the soul. In this section of lust, at Kama, third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada writes that intelligence is next door neighbor of the neighbor. मतलब next door ही होता है ना. जब next door बोला तो neighbor मत बोलो. Next door neighbor क्या है? So Prabhupada writing like this is not fault. It is emphatic. It's emphasizing more. All the more it's important. Correct? Yeah. So such, and you repeat such statements, it's perfect. We have few more verses and we have lots of time. Let's have another 7-8 verses. Then after that, you're liberated. शैशव चापल्य किछु न लभे अमार शिष्यर समान मुई नह तो नहन तुम्हार. See what he say. I am शैशव चापल्य किछु न लभे अमार. I am not even fit to be a disciple. Yeah. So शिष्यर समान मुई नहन तुम्हार. See, I have shown some impudence. I am not even fit to be a disciple. And जो भी मैंने बताया उसको seriously मत लीजिए. I'm just spoken like small child. I've been impudent. Childish impudence. Please forgive me. Don't take it seriously. बाप रे. आजीवास यह कली मिलिब आबार শুনিব তোমার মুখে শাস্ত্রের বিচার. Ajivasayata. Please live here for today. Today you go and take rest. Kali miliba abar. Again, let's meet tomorrow. Kali miliba. Shuniba tomar mukesh shastra vichar. Tomorrow I will like to listen some more shastras from you. এই মতে নিজ ঘরে গেলাম ওই জন कविरात्रे कैला सरस्वती आराधना. So in this manner, both of them went to their respective homes, and in the night, Kavi went and he could sleep. अरे कैसे नींद आएगा? अगर हार गए, वो भी बच्चे से हार गए. You're दिग्विजय पंडित, champion. Yes. So now cricket World Cup is going on. People are all watching cricket. And yesterday was India's match. So some fellows did not come for Sunday feast program, the newcomers. Devotees को उतना interest नहीं, devotees बाद में देख लेते हैं, है ना? Devotees see later score. Ah, okay. I heard that devotees see highlights of match. Yesterday was India's match, so very few people had come for the Sunday feast program. Normally, the many who come, right? So, which is the strongest team? Kaushik Pur knows. He's not telling. I've heard India is the strongest team. That's what I've heard. The strongest team. Ah, correct. I know. So India is the strongest team. This is the weakest team. Anyone knows? Okay, somebody saying Netherlands. Okay, we all know all knowledge. Imagine India loses to Netherlands. Insult? बहुत बड़ा insult हो जाएगा ना. And people will, some of them will give up cricket also. That's what will happen. अरे हार गया India, Netherlands से हार गया. What is this? It's the greatest upset. They call it. It's an upset. Correct? So this is what happened to him. It was the greatest upset of all times for him. So he cannot sleep. Kavi Ratra Kaila Saraswati Aradhana. So Ratri, in night fully he did worship of Saraswati. Now what will Saraswati Devi do? Let's see. Saraswati Swapne Tare Upadesha Kaila साक्षात ईश्वर करी प्रभु के जानिला. Yeah, Saraswati came in his dreams. And what did she reveal? She revealed that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is very short. In Chaitanya Bhagavat, very long verses are there. Pratyasi Prabhupade Laila Sharana Prabhu Kripa Kaile Tara Khandila Bandhan. So Pratyasi came in the morning and instead of discussing Shastras, what did he do? He came and fully surrendered unto the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haribo! And what did Prabhu do? If you surrender, what will happen? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha. That's what he did. That's what he did to Keshav Kashmiri. भाग्यवंत दिग्विजयी सफल जीवन विद्या बले पाहिला महाप्रभुर चरणा. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying that Bhagyavanta Digvijay, this fellow was the most fortunate. See, whatever knowledge he has, normally if you have mundane knowledge, it's useless. But through mundane knowledge also, yes, despite all this, it was now his knowledge was successful. Your knowledge is useless without surrender. Your power is useless without surrender. Your wealth is all useless without surrender. All these things act as a weight on the body of a drowning man. Suppose there's a man who is drowning in water. You go and keep a diamond studded, ruby studded, pearl studded, golden crown, heavy crown on his head. What will happen? He'll drown faster. वो और अच्छे से और जल्दी डूब जाएगा. So his education, his vidya was successful only because he surrendered to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that as such, the best qualification to get the mercy of Lord is considering oneself most fallen. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only looks for people who are most fallen. That is his audience. Most fallen, okay, come, I'll give mercy. Most fallen, come, I'll give mercy. But this fellow, and one of the greatest impediments, Janma Ishwarya Shuta Shridi. Shuta. Shuta means learning. Learning is one of the greatest impediments to Krishna consciousness. Then how come this fellow was able to get mercy? Because he humbly submitted, yes. He developed that Vinamrata. Normally somebody having Janma, Shruta, Shri and Aishwarya, how he'll be? Puffed up. But here he was very humble. Because of that humility, he got mercy. ये सब लीला वर्णिया छे न वृंदावन दास ये किच्छु विशेष इह करिला प्रकाश. Oh, Vrindavan Das Thakur has elaborately explained all this Leela. I have only explained few tidbits here and there. Chaitanya Gosaira Leela Amritera Dhara Sarvendriya Triptahaya Shravane Hara. Oh, Chaitanya Leela Gosai, Gosai Leela, the pastimes of Chaitanya Gosai are Amritera Dhar. They are drops of nectar. They are a flow of nectar, nothing else. It's just nectarine. One can keep going on without getting bored in any ways. Sarve Indriya Triptahaya. Your all senses are going to get satisfied whoever listens to this katha. You listen to this katha, all your senses will be completely satisfied and happy. Shri Rupa Raghunatha Padeyara As Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Das. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila 16th chapter, describing the pastimes of the Lord in his childhood and youth. The next pastime, next Lila will be chapter 17, the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his youth. Very well. So very nice. Thank you all so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Samasta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai, Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Thank you so much. You have some announcements, yes. Should I unmute you? Please wait for announcements if possible. Where are you, Prabhu? Are you here? Where are you? Yes. Please, I can unmute you.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So, first of all, we would like to thank His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji for giving very nice, wonderful Chaitanya Katha by loudly chanting 3 times. Haribo! 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 So, thank you, Prabhuji, for very wonderful nectarian pastime lecture. And second announcement is regarding our BYC Mayapur Yatra. So we are very happy to announce we have registered 52 devotees for the BYC Yatra. The 52 devotees have registered, completed their registration, and they are coming with all of us in the month of January for our 5 days Sridham Mayapur Yatra with His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji and all the BYC congregation. So today I will have to remove all the non-registered participants from the WhatsApp group. So please forgive for that. So I am telling in advance because that group is meant to circulate the official messages about the yatra, accommodation, registration, transportation, everything. So we will remove those who have not registered, and accordingly the further registration processes will be communicated in next few days. Third announcement is regarding Prabhuji's Bhagavatam class. So just information on Ekadashi, 25th of October, Wednesday, there will be Srimad Bhagavatam class in ISKCON Radha Kunji Bihari Mandir by His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji. So all of you please come. Class will be in Hindi. Class Hindi में होगा. आप सभी लोग आइए. जिनका ऑफिस है, those who cannot come offline, please join online. So morning 8 o'clock class will begin. So you can subscribe to ISKCON Camp YouTube channel और वहां से आप लोग attend कर सकते हैं. So once again, I thank every one of you for participating in the class, in the yatra, and hope to see all of you in Radha Kunji Bihari Temple on Wednesday morning. Hare Krishna. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. There is prasad for all the offline devotees. Online devotees, I don't know. When you will come offline, you can get the prasad from Chopati. ISKCON Chopati Yatra ki jai.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम. हरे कृष्णा.
माता जी लगता है उन लोग दोनों लॉग ऑफ कर दिया माता जी.
हाँ ठीक है प्रभु जी, मैं आपको ही पूछ लेती हूँ. अभी प्रभु जी ने जो चैतन्य चरितमृत का क्लास लिया ना, मेरे पास ये बुक है. अरे आपको नहीं बता पाऊंगी, 1 मिनट. मेरे पास ये जो चैतन्य चरितमृत है, इसमें प्रभु जी ने जो लिया वो नहीं है, तो अलग अलग है क्या इससे दोनों भी?
नहीं हो सकता है, क्योंकि वर्स नंबर एक ही है ना माता जी। आदि लीला देखिए आप।
हाँ, ये आदि लीला का ये सेकंड पार्ट है प्रभु जी। प्रभु जी 16वां चैप्टर बोल रहे थे ना,
हाँ, 16वां चैप्टर ये।
तो 16वां चैप्टर में मैंने देखने को गई तो नहीं मिला मुझे, तो मैं बोली कि दोनों में डिफरेंस है क्या, क्योंकि
नहीं पता नहीं है।
ऐसा ही मेरे पास जो घर पे दो सेट है ना, वो दोनों इसमें यानी एक बुक है दूसरे इसका, तो दोनों में भी ऐसा ही फर्क है प्रभु जी।
पता नहीं, मैं चेक करके बताता हूँ माता जी।
हाँ, चलेगा
फर्क
प्रभु।
होना नहीं चाहिए, श्लोक नंबर तो एक ही है, तो फर्क नहीं हो।
यहाँ पे थोड़ा ये क्या जो है ना, आदि लीला के यहाँ पे दो पार्ट है, एक में एक से लेके 7 तक, और दूसरा पार्ट है 8 से लेके 17 तक।
हम्म।
तो कुछ फर्क है, या फिर यानी ये शायद डिफरेंस हो सकता है, पार्ट 1 यानी 1 से 7 में फर्क हो सकता है शायद, ऐसा कुछ हो तो पता नहीं।
चेक करके बताता हूँ, देखना पड़ेगा माता जी।
धन्यवाद।
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा।
कृष्ण, दंडवत प्रणाम।
प्रणाम।